Hello everyone and welcome to my channel. My name is Paulina and here on my channel it is all about fragrances. In today's video I'm going to be talking about 3 perfumes that I tested recently, and I had enough time to build my own opinion about these fragrances, and I wanted to share with you my opinion. And I'm going to start with a fragrance that really impressed me a lot. Gin Fizz by Lubin, French traditional niche house. This fragrance was originally created in 1955 and was dedicated to Hollywood star Grace Kelly when she was still Hollywood star and not member of a royal family, not the Monaco princess, not Princess of Monaco. And as the name says, as the name suggests, this creation was dedicated to alcoholic beverage, Gin Fizz. It was called back in the day. Nowadays we would call it gin tonic. We'll call it gin tonic. So what is this fragrance about? During the years, it was many times reformulated. So this last version of this fragrance was recreated in 2009. The notes are quite interesting. This is the fragrance with a lemony citrusy start with citrus fruits and with juniper. Well, juniper is the smell of gin as well. When I first spritzed it on my skin, I was blown away. It was something I never smelled before. Such an interesting twist of lemony, citrusy opening notes and this interesting twist of juniper, which suggests that it's not only feminine, although this floral sweetness gives a predominant feminine touch to this fragrance, but still, in my opinion, it is quite a unisex fragrance with fresh, very special opening, very beautiful fragrance. I wanted to try this fragrance on my skin and I was thinking of buying this, but unfortunately I'm not happy with the longevity of this fragrance. It's not long lasting at all. This beautiful opening and this interesting twist of juniper lasts on my skin for approximately 30 minutes. Then it disappears, leaving on the skin a quite cheap, soapy base, dry down. In my opinion, well, the bottle of 50 milliliters costs here around 90 euros. In my opinion, it is too much. It is too expensive for a fragrance that doesn't last. And I don't want wearing fragrances like this. I want to be sure that when I spray in my skin, I have a projection and it lasts for some hours. I don't want to think, well, do I still smell of this perfume or not? It's not worth this money for me. Although this is fragrance with history, dedicated to alcoholic cocktail and to Hollywood star. For sure, it is very interesting to have fragrance with history in your own collection. Unfortunately for me, it's not worth it. Another fragrance that I recently purchased and did unboxing with my friend in my previous Russian video. This is Or Rouge by French niche house de Torrente. In some of my previous videos I talked about the original L'Or, which I recently got into my hands. This is Or Rouge, flanker of the L'Or in French means gold, golden fragrance. Well, this is red gold. This was created in 2005 and this fragrance is dedicated to citrus fruits, osmanthus, jasmine, rose and powdery notes. If I'm honest, I don't detect anything which transforms into powderiness. This is not a powdery fragrance to me. The opening is quite strange. I can detect some maybe citrusy opening, but for me, for my nose, it is more about something sour. And this sour touch is overwhelming for my nose. My nose doesn't really agree with this sour. It was a blind buy. If I tested that before on my skin, I probably wouldn't buy it. But well, I have it here right now, so I give it a go. I give it a try. And this souriness, the sour touch is twisted, is mixed and blended with something very bitter, as though you would bite into a grapefruit pip or something. This feeling, this kind of bitterness transmits this fragrance. The positive thing of this fragrance is that it works on your skin. It creates a reaction on your skin. It's not linear. And after some time, this fragrance becomes more floral. It has some sweetness besides the sour and bitter touch. I give it a go. I'm going to include this in my next perfume rotation just to give it a try. I'm not sure whether I can truly understand this fragrance and love it, because for my nose, for my anticipation, it is a quite strange perfume. I told myself many times I'm not going to buy blindly perfume, but I was so curious and I was so blown away with the original L'Or that I wanted to give it a try. Whether it is worth it or not, I'm not sure, but for sure this is a strange and not usual perfume. Long lasting, I wouldn't say that this one is long lasting, but the projection and sillage and longevity are much better than of Gin Fizz. I can detect this fragrance a couple of hours on my skin. It's quite average, I would say. Or Rouge de Torrente. And the last fragrance I would like to talk about is Spanish niche house Ramon Monegal Flamenco. This brand was created in 2009 and the fragrance was created in 2017. Ramon Monegal is a member of traditional Spanish family of perfume makers from Barcelona. And this family has their own brand called Mirurgia. And for 30 years, Ramon Monegal worked for the family company. I never heard of this company before, unfortunately. But this family, Monegal family, they call themselves guardians of perfumes, of perfume art. So in 2009, Ramon Monegal wanted to create his own brand dedicated to high-class, high-quality fragrances. It is quite expensive one. The bottle and the box of Flamenco is a piece of art. It's just something amazing. So what is this fragrance about? When I smelled it, I immediately understood that this is something very expensive and very special. Flamenco, right? This is a gypsy Spanish dance art from Andalusia, from south of Spain. And this fragrance is from the line dedicated to Spain. Some cities and some remarkable events or art from Spain. This fragrance, Flamenco, is dedicated to this passionate, expressive dance. And I can underline every bit of the sound of this fragrance. This is truly dedicated to flamenco. Expressive, passionate, deep, and magnificent. It is a piece of art. This smell, this fragrance is something special. It is dedicated to raspberry. The opening is very fruity, raspberry-like. I would say it's either fresh raspberry, very naturalistic, or raspberry jam. This fragrance goes in a sweet direction. It has an amazing dry down. And the longevity is something astonishing. I rarely smell fragrances or experience fragrances with that much longevity. I put this fragrance around 6 o'clock in the evening on my skin. On the next morning, I could still detect the dry down, the base of this fragrance on my skin. It has some woody touch. It has cedar wood, pine tree, mixture of powdery notes for my nose. The fragrance is so deep and so sexy and so overwhelming. I mean, overwhelming in a positive way, because I was blown away by this fragrance. When you wear this fragrance, it's like this dance. If you wear this fragrance, you're going to be noticed. It's like a statement. But I can imagine wearing this also during my office hours, if not overspraying it. For the evening wear, well, you can put more than 2 sprays. I would suggest, and you will be in the middle of the crowd. You will be in the middle of people. You're going to be noticed. Of course, this is fragrance not for everyone, because not everyone likes to be noticed, likes to be in the middle of events, of happenings. And this is for sure not for every character. It's not for every occasion. But if you know that you like to be noticed, that you like to be remembered, this could be your signature scent. This is signature scent worthy. Absolutely amazing in my opinion. It is an expensive fragrance, so I have to think very carefully whether I'm going to buy it or not. But first I'm going to use this sample of this fragrance, and then I'm going to decide. I wanted to compare this fragrance with another fragrance dedicated to raspberry. Juliette Hazegan, Lipstick Fever. If I'm honest, you can't really compare them, although it's raspberry. This is so deep and so intoxicating, and it's so rich that this one loses its beauty and its projection and sillage, and it becomes blind. It becomes, absolutely boring compared to this one. Although I quite like Lipstick Fever by Juliette Hazegan. If you have the chance to try this on, and maybe you see this somewhere in Spain, it is quite rare fragrance. It's not everywhere to be found. Please try it. If you are familiar with the scent, please share with me your opinion about this one. As I said, in my eyes, in my opinion, this is truly a dedication to Andalusian soul, Andalusian expression, and this beautiful, amazing dance of flamenco. This is how the scent could transmit this feeling of this beautiful dance and beautiful Andalusian energy. Okay, this is what I wanted to share with you, my thoughts about these 3 fragrances. Thank you very much for watching this video. Please comment, subscribe, and thank you very much for your time, and see you soon in the next video. Bye bye.